Let's give it up for Justin Marquez. Woo!
Hey, everybody, give it up for Banjo. You put this together. Also, give it up for yourselves for coming here on a Friday night. You could have been doing other things, but you're here to support live comedy, and that's good for you. And that's good for us, because we need an audience. I had a good year. Do you guys have a good year? It's New Year's. I had a good New Year's. I guess I just found out my sister is pregnant, so that's cool. Just found out my sister's pregnant. Yeah, it's not mine. It's not mine. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I actually am dating somebody now, which is going good. I'm dating somebody. It's a girl too, which is also good. She's a little too pretty for me, you know. I get it. She's a little too pretty for me. I mean, I know what I look like, you know. I look like a combination of Cheech Chong and Groucho Marx. And my body type is thin in all the wrong places. I get it, you know. She's too pretty for me. I've been the ugly guy my whole life, so I'm kind of used to it. You get used to it, you know, after being the ugly kid in elementary school, and in middle school, and in high school, and working at Target. You learn. You learn. I think for me, I learned when I was 13 and I went to get a haircut, and the barber who was cutting my hair shaved off my eyebrows and then tried to convince my mom that I came in without them. And she wasn't sure. So. It's true. Like I said, it's good to be dating somebody new. It's cool. I was getting really lonely before I started dating. Sometimes I'd get so lonely I'd go to CVS just to get my blood pressure checked and to feel like I was being held by someone. So I was pretty lonely. It's good. It's good to be dating somebody. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's good to be dating somebody new. My girlfriend, she's into astrology. I'm not into astrology. I am into other mystical things though, like pigeons. I believe in pigeons. I believe in aliens too. I like to get abducted by aliens for the anal probe. You know, the anal probe. I believe in aliens. Not everybody does. When I was a kid, I used to always wonder, like, why haven't aliens landed on Earth? You know, if the universe is nearly infinitely big, life should be spreading out of the asshole of every planet, but it isn't. So far as we know, we're alone. You know, where are the aliens? And as I got older, I thought to myself, I came to the realization, well, maybe the aliens are just fucking busy. Maybe they just have better things to do. You know, I mean, they already gave us the pyramids, 9/11, and birds. What else can we ask them for, guys? What else can we ask them for? Yeah, this is good. I'm having fun. Oh boy, I wish everybody would like move closer, but it's cool. I have a lot of strong opinions, most of which are about Korean barbecue. I got a lot of strong opinions about Korean barbecue. Because I don't go out to a place to do all the work. You know what I mean? I don't go out to a restaurant to cook my own food. That'd be like going to a Thai massage parlor to give myself a happy ending. I would never do that. I would never go to a Thai massage parlor for a hand job anyway, because women are bad at hand jobs. You guys are bad at them. And it's not your fault that you're bad at them. It's just that we're better at them. Men are better, but that's only because we can practice, you know? And it goes both ways. We're bad at fingering, you know? We can practice, and that's why I only get hand jobs for my bros now. That's... I like to be a tough guy. I like to be somebody who people think is tough, but that's hard for me because I laugh like a gay pterodactyl. Oh, it's true. I always wanted to be the tough guy, even when I was little, but I always just barely missed the mark. You know, like when I was a kid, I decided I was going to do the toughest thing I could think of. I was going to join a gang. But the only gangs I'd seen were from West Side Story. I watched that movie, I was like, Mom, I need dance lessons. Oh boy, I was doing the snaps. Yeah, high school was weird for me. I didn't get laid in high school, but I did play the tuba, and I'm starting to think there might be a connection between the two. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. was weird for me. It wasn't all good. When I was 16, I came out as bisexual. I told everybody, told all my family and friends. Then I immediately lost all of my friends. Which in hindsight, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But what did suck was that afterwards, those same friends spread a rumor around about me that I was sucking dick for money. Do you believe that? 16-year-old sucking dick for money? And the worst part about that, what was really frustrating for me, was I'd been doing that for free. I don't know. Yeah, alright, cool. Man, turn 24 next week.
Woo!
Yeah, no. No, it's not bad. It's only 24. I guess it's not that old in the scheme of things, but I feel older. My parents really want me to have kids. I don't know, it's weird. They're getting older, they're in their 70s now. They want kids, I understand. Sometimes I think they take it a little too far though. Like the other day, my dad said he was gonna poke holes in my condoms. I don't know what's worse, that he'd actually do or that he thinks I'm getting laid. I don't know. I don't know which is worse, you know. I don't know. My friends are all starting to have kids now. I'd like to have a daughter. You know, I think that'd be nice. Although I am worried it'll ruin daddy-daughter porn for me. Or make it better, which is way worse. Alright, I'm gonna get off the stage on that joke.